You
I
know?
sold my house in West LA. I know we talked briefly about that.
I knew it wasn't in East LA.
I sold it. I got 3 offers. All of them were over asking. 2 of them were cash. Sold. The buyer's fantastic. The buyer's actually a subscriber, believe it or not. Yeah.
And they made you sign a refrigerator too, I heard.
A what?
They made you sign a refrigerator.
I would do that. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's great. But if you sold it with 3 offers for quick cash, then, you probably left money on the table.
No.
You left money on that table.
So I purposely...
and you don't want to admit it.
So I purposely underpriced
Burns you
it.
up, doesn't it?
I see. Here's the thing.
Makes you fucking angry.
I thought the
I
home...
left money on that table.
I thought the home was worth anywhere from 2.6 to 2.8, depending on who buys it, at what time of the market. We priced it 2.499 purposely. On Zillow, it was like a trending home in that zip code.
Trending.
It got more views in the first 48 hours. I was checking the views on Zillow.
He was checking those views, baby.
The view to save ratio on my house was higher than any other listing in Santa Monica.
Any other listing in Santa Monica.
And so I knew it was going to be, we got a lot of activity. We had so many showings. We got 3 offers pretty quickly, and we just countered. So I feel like I got a price
you
where...
You listed the house for 2.5, right?
Yeah, 2.499.
You sold it for 2.8.
2.650 is what I ended up getting.
Very good.
Which I was happy.
I mean, your strategy can work by going low and attracting
it was in my
buyers,
range, yeah.
I like to rather play the old game. I'm selling, I'm up here, you coming down here, we meet in the middle. I mean, I always like to leave a little cushion room to bargain with people when I'm selling,
But see, here's the thing. I had more leverage because we could say to the buyer, listen, we have 2 other offers. We have, these cash offers here. You got to remove your contingencies. So we did no loan, no appraisal. I think we only did a 3 to 5 day inspection window. And we opened escrow, I think, on a Tuesday, and all contingencies removed on a Friday. Otherwise, we're going with the backup offer.
Quick money, baby. Quick money. He sold it for overlisting, and he got quick money.
But that, honestly, selling that property was a weight lifted off my shoulders. It felt so good. I'm just paying the tax on it, just getting it over with, but just not having to think about, the gardener didn't show up. And then the squirrels were chewing through wires, and I have to fix this. Or the pump in the fountain broke, and now I have to figure out how to fix that when I don't live there. Or just all these little things like, I had a car back up into my gate. The gate that's in front of the driveway. It backed up and the gate was crooked coming out. And I had to figure out how to fix that from another state. I hated doing that. And then the property tax bill would come, and that's $26,000 gone. And I don't know where the money goes. And that upsets me. And then it's seeing what happens in the Palisades and insurance companies dropping out. And they didn't drop my house, but I'm worried about it. All they got to say is, hey, we're not insurance.
Families to me only make sense if you live in them. If you're not living in it, or you're not buying it to fix and flip, forget about it. Single family house is a waste of time. So you did good. You got rid of it because you didn't need it. You weren't making money on it. And now you got all that money sitting in the bank, not in your greedy little hands.
So for your family's sake, though, you wanted to exit all of your real estate and put it all in bonds, put it in treasuries?
No, I'm not going to exit real estate. I'm going to turn over assets that I feel have some future value upside to my kids. And, if I have to stay in the portfolio with them, I stay in, who cares? But, bonds are definitely a way to go. Tax-free municipal bonds is the safest, smartest thing anybody could ever do if they really want to truly protect their future and their life. Because it's the safest, smartest thing to do. And then the bond funds are really good. You know why? Because the bond funds pay it monthly, baby. You don't have to wait. Bonds only pay twice a year. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm invested in one of your bonds.
Bond funds?
I get paid 5.3%, no taxes, no federal income taxes.
Now imagine, for every $1 million you get over $50,000 a year. Let's say you got $10 million. $10 million sitting in a tax-free muni bond is going to get you $500,000 a year. Tax-free.
Yeah.
That's like $1 million if you're in California.
Yeah.
You got to make $1 million to get $500,000 out of taxes. You get it tax-free, baby.
What have you noticed in your life is the perfect amount of money to have?
I mean, everybody's life is different. Depends on how many kids you got. Depends on the future of those kids. Depends on how much money you got to think about, leaving people when you're gone. I'm at the point in life now where I got to just try to live the rest of my life with good years you got left when you hit 60. Because let's face it, nobody's having a good time over 70 years old. Come on, stop. Even in the 60s,
I don't know. I feel like 70. I see a lot of 70-year-olds that are younger looking.
Listen, when you hit 60, your body's giving out. Okay, let's face it. It's natural. It's life. Oh yeah, you could do this. You could take some of this. You could work out. Whatever. You might extend your life a little bit. Your quality of life might improve a little. But let's face it. There's not that many 60-year-olds and 70-year-olds having a good time. It's just, so basically you make the best of it and try to enjoy what makes you happy. But anyway, I'm just going to do what I got to do to preserve my family. Every family's got a different situation. That's it. I got to make sure I put the right money in the right place and make the right investments and smart moves to where I keep everything stable and, an easy transition. Anyway, listen, everybody needs to try to get ahead in life. Everybody needs to buy some sort of real estate. It's like part of part of civilization, You need a house, you need rental units, you need whatever you want, whatever fits you. You're doing very well now. You're renting houses out, you're cash flowing, you get a good return on your investment, and you get to play ping pong too. That's pretty good. That fits your life. You're happy with that, aren't you?
Very happy.
Well, there you go. And it makes sense because it makes money.
How did having a family affect the quality of your life?
I mean, my kids helped me grow to the level I'm at. If I didn't have the kids, I never would have grown to this level.
Why?
Couldn't do it on my own. No way.
Wouldn't they have taken time away? And
couldn't you have had, what about employees?
So who?
You could have employees, no?
Employees aren't like kids or people that are serious about really being part of something. Employees get paid a salary. Okay? Employees, they'll do their time and they'll do their job, but they ain't going outside their fucking job. Okay? It's the people that have their ownership interest that are really going to take you out and make it grow.
So you went into business with your kids. How was it a right decision for you, but for so many other people, it's just like what ends up ruining a business?
What are you saying? Ruining a business?
Sometimes people hire their kids, and the kids just run it into the ground. How did it work out so well?
You can't let happen. I mean, if I thought my kids weren't capable of being in a position, then they wouldn't be in that position. They got to show that they can handle a position. We got... the girl in our family, her name's Brenda. I raised her like my daughter. Mm-hmm. She's really my sister-in-law. Long story. Anyway, Brenda decided she wanted to go in the hotel business. Well, Brenda went to college. She got her master's and worked in this. We bought one while she was in college. So we had a hotel for her to work in while she was going to college. And she demonstrated her her seriousness about it. And she made us money. So we kept growing. Ben Jr., he went apartments, and if I said, Ben, I'm in trouble over here in Texas, Ben packed up. He moved to Texas for 3 years. He was stuck there. I really didn't want him to do that, but he needed to be bailed my ass out. Mm-hmm. Totally bailed me out. Got in Texas, Houston, all over that area, took over thousands of units and took care of that for me. Otherwise I'd have to do it. Then, I'd be failing over here. I can't be everywhere. And management companies I don't trust because they piss away your money. They don't care. It's not their money. So, my kids played a very important role. Vincent, the same thing. I can't even count the number of places my kids have packed up and moved into. On site, lived in the buildings. Ben Jr. lived down the block here, a hotel that was closed up when we bought it, just a remodel. He lived in a boarded up hotel a few blocks from here. And now somebody we sold it to, and he made it a flag. He made it nice. Mm. It was all great. We sold it. And then the guy bought it and came up with some boutique. Instead of using the franchise we gave him, and then he went belly up, and then now the place had a fire, and now it's closed down, and it got torn down. Anyway, my kids played an important role. They all lived around many places and paid their dues, and,
What's your advice to other parents who want to do business with their kids? If you have a cat, you know that keeping them healthy is a non-negotiable. And a big part of that really just comes down to diet. By choosing a quality cat food, you're buying more time with your cat and giving them a happier, healthier life.
That's exactly why we are so excited to partner with Smalls. Smalls is fresh, human-grade cat food that does so much more than just feed your cat. It helps them live a full, healthy life.
Not only is Smalls healthier for your cat, but it also noticeably improves their energy. In fact, 88% of cat parents say that after feeding Smalls, their cat is softer and shinier and has more energy to play.
Smalls recipes are over 80% protein, which helps your cat build the muscle they need, and they never use fillers or artificial ingredients.
Personally, I found that finding the right cat food is really difficult because in my case, I have one cat that will literally eat anything. Like, you leave any morsel of food on the table, it just will eat it. The other cat's extremely picky, but with Smalls, they both enjoy it. It's the perfect fix.
If you're ready to find your forever cat food, Smalls is perfect for you, and for a limited time, because you're an Iced Coffee Hour listener, you get 60% off your first order plus free shipping and free treats for life when you head to smalls.com/iced. That's 60% off your first order plus free shipping and free treats for life when you head to smalls.com/iced.
Thank you again to Smalls for sponsoring this podcast. What's your advice to other parents who want to do business with their kids?
You got to bring them into business. You got to make them, give them tasks, give them responsibilities. You got to say, listen, when Ben Jr. was playing around in college his first year, I could see he was just partying. His first year in college, he was partying in California. And I said, what are you doing? He showed me his grades. I said, this is ridiculous. I never even heard of some of these classes. Witchcraft is a class? I've never heard of such a thing. Witchcraft and religion is something he said. Anyway, I said, listen, he missed all the real classes. Anyway, I said, college ain't for you. Smart kid, but you got to go. Pack up, ship your car. I just bought a building in Largo, Florida. Go in there and take it over. I gave him one nice little 150-unit building to move into and become the manager. He already knew the ropes, or he knew the basics. He could learn. It's all, collect the rents, rent the units, fix the units, what he has to do. Anyway, he did it at the age of like 19.
What if he didn't want to do it? What if he said no?
Well, he didn't want to do it. Then I told him I had to turn my back on him. Exactly my words were to him. I said, listen, this is what you're going to do. You're going to pack up everything you got here, which ain't much. You're going to ship your car to Florida, and you're going to go to this address, and you're going to take over this building and be the manager. And otherwise, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to sit here and fund you partying. I got no time for that. So he said, all right, done.
Did he hate the idea of it, though? He was fine with it.
Listen, it was either that or maybe go get a job at Radio Shack, which he liked. He wanted to do. Because he was good with electronic stuff back then. I mean, that's basically the story. It's true. And, he said, okay, I'll do it. What's he going to do? Turn down, want to run the family business? And in fact, by him doing that, it put him way ahead of the game because I didn't have to wait 4 years for him to graduate college. Okay. It helped me because I got him now. So it was a great thing that he didn't go to college. But you would never know it by not talking to him. He's brilliant.
Was he naturally motivated to do that, or did you have to kick that into gear?
I just gave him a choice. I'm not going to keep paying for you to be fooling around here in college and not accomplishing anything. You're over 18 now. You're a man. It's simple. Either I cut you off. I'm not going to pay your rent. I'm not going to pay your bills. I'm not going to pay for anything. Car insurance, none of that. That's it. Done. Tuition, nothing. Because you're not doing anything.
But what
here.
if he was skating by enough? Like, not partying, but just doing very average. Would you have had the same reaction?
If he was doing average and he wanted to stay in college, it's fine. I don't expect my kids to be straight A's. I never went to the 9th grade. I just realized the other day, I always thought I went to the 9th grade. I never did. Because my school, I looked up the school I went to in Brooklyn. The last school I went to ended in the 8th grade. And then they told me I couldn't go to 9th grade unless I took some special test over the summer. I never went to the 9th grade, only the 8th. All these years I thought I was.
Do you think people would be better off just stopping school at 9th grade and then going and working?
Depends on the desires. Listen, school is great. It's a balance. You got to have everything in life. You got to know how to work your way, in the real world, in business, in streets, whatever you want to call it. And you got to have some education. You got to have a balance. You can't be an idiot and just be an idiot with street smarts. You got to have some education, Jack, I don't know what the you got. One day we're going to figure out, because I ain't seen you demonstrate any type of abilities to do anything.
I almost graduated college.
I'm surprised you even graduated high school.